Welcome everyone. It's a bit different this time around. We're live in the afternoon. Did anyone ever think it would be like this?
Never thought.
We're adaptable. Wait, okay, my phone says I'm live now. I can get into my own chat. Thank God. 2 people are in here. You know, if it makes it to 5, we can start. I know the turnout's not going to be as high here. A lot of people got busy stuff.
But the
busy
playback
lives.
though.
Yeah, VOD's gonna have views, so. Hey, what it do? Hey, what it do, my man Garrett? What's up? Oh my God, Yoni, I count for 3 people. Well, I count 3, so I think the Jets are winning it all.
We're
Envy.
at 6 right now. It shows on my screen.
Hey, all right. Okay, cool. 6. That's good enough. All right, welcome everyone. It's about that time. We have the new season right on the horizon. Who's excited? Who's excited? Can I get some excitement in the chat? Say no if you're excited.
Gotta be 10 no's. I gotta see 10 O's.
We're the most overrated team ever. We're going 6-11.
See, that's the spirit, Envy.
You know,
Hill too. Thank you, Hill. See, Hill understood the assignment.
I feel like the Patriots are just gonna be like a 8-10 win team again this year.
That should be good enough for that damn conference.
They just scream mediocrity to me. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Do we just want to go week by week, and then when we get to like more specific teams, we can look at their schedule more closely?
Hold up. Now, when we go to team by team, we gotta go Jaguars first. All right.
Okay, yeah, that's only fair. Jaguars are very important. The world will end otherwise. All right, so I know there's been a lot of discussion around week 1 here. A lot of good matchups, I will say. You got, Bengals Giants. Travis Willows versus his creator. I like how that was marketed. Got the Jets and the Seahawks, 2 young quarterbacks in their second year. That's interesting. The Ravens with all their new toys going up against the AFC champions from last season in Cleveland.
That's honestly to describe the Ravens, just all those new toys.
Chargers and Broncos going to be breaking in new starters at QB. That's interesting.
It's essentially Kyle Williams' rookie season, so.
Yeah. Packers and Lions, new GM for Green Bay, and a new highly touted running back for the Detroit Lions. See how he does in his first ever game in the HFL. The Falcons and Bears is low-key kind of interesting. Not as interesting as some of the others, but I think it deserves a look. Chicago, we've given them their props because they've been drafting pretty well these past 2 years.
Well, remember, a good draft does not equate getting shown. Gotta remember.
Why are we talking about college football in the chat? Stay on topic, Yoni. Also, Bucks and Panthers, I feel like this game's getting overlooked. It's a Thursday night game. It's a kickoff game. Don't Panthers still have like most of their team intact? I forget if they lost any important pieces. And the Bucks
their team's intact.
Completely remade their team this offseason. They picked up Lamar Jackson. They've been making moves. I'd be interested to watch that play out. And then
they picked up Michael Carter too.
Seemingly inconspicuous game between Minnesota and Arizona.
Nothing happened.
The brainwashed masses would not know that there is history here. I know you did, Mr. Commissioner, and I agree with you. Which David Long Jr. shows out? Yeah, for real.
Ooh. I want to. Does Tampa Bay have the Steelers this year?
Do they
The
have the
battle to the
Steelers?
David Long Juniors.
No, they do not.
Now that, damn, that was gonna be the most like marketable game of all time.
I don't know how I feel about the Steelers this year.
They don't have it. See, I look at the roster. It's a damn good roster, but they have no quarterback. Now, if we have a commissioner's ruling and simply just say Clint Turner to Steelers,
Clint Turner.
I'm sorry, that man.
And he's still in New Orleans. He's just sitting there on the bench now.
Honestly, this is like a Ben Schaefer situation.
Honestly, it's just like that.
Great, actually, yeah, great rookie year just to be replaced in your sophomore year by, well, an AFC West quarterback. It was Russ last year. This year it's Justin Herbert for an NFC South team too.
The parallels.
Only if Yoni waited just the extra day instead of trying to trade
Oh
for
yeah,
Dak.
can I want to talk about some of the scheduling dynamics in this game because I handle the schedule every season, so I get to notice this stuff when I'm turning it out. You want to tell me why the Arizona Cardinals are in let's count them 8 primetime games?
Yeah, that's what Shane was telling me. They have like 6 night games. Like
they're on Sunday Night Football 5 times. Why? It seems a bit excessive. The Bills are on primetime 8 times. It's like this game picks certain group of teams and they just put them on primetime every week.
I know Shane was telling me about the Vikings. We only had 3. That was the Cardinals because the Cardinals have so many. The Jets and San Fran, I think.
Well, hey, the Lions have 2 Thursday night games, plus Thanksgiving.
Well, Thanksgiving,
but Thanksgiving doesn't really count.
Yeah, yeah.
We play the Cardinals and Jaguars on Thursday night this year.
Wait, Jaguars? Ooh.
That game should get showed. That game should get showed.
You are an elite, so.
I think we should watch all these games here.
Honestly, week 1, just show them all. We might get done with this season by next Madden, but we gotta show every game of the 17-week season.
Look at that, 11 viewers. I thought the viewership here would be ass. Look at you guys showing out, proving me wrong.
Damn, I said 4. Like in the studio, we were predicting how much. I'm like,
no one was gonna watch this live.
I was gonna be happy with just 4. Damn, imagine if we actually had those other people. Damn, we'd be like 15, 16.
The college football's boring. Yeah. All right. Well, good for them. Keep being boring. Okay. So
let's actually get started.
Week 1, we already talked about that. Week 2.
Week 2, let's see. Because so far we have votes up for that. Let me go check. I know last I knew Cowboys were leading. Cowboys versus Panthers. I think third place was Jets, Seattle, but Chargers and Chiefs were.
I mean Jets. Broncos.
Yes, it was Jets Broncos. Yep, that was the one I was about
Jets
to.
Seahawks is week before.
Yeah, right now we have Broncos, Jets leading with 7.
I know the Broncos GM, the guy of the Broncos, has a lot to prove there.
He does. That's a statement right there. Honestly,
he wants that win more than anything.
I feel like if depending on the game, if he loses, we see like a Yoni type kind of like reaction, like I'm blowing this up. It's not gonna be pretty.
Can Ronnie Good in his normal dev goodness?
Then we got numbers in second place, Panthers Cowboys. That's a good game. The defending champions will probably get shown that game, and Mac Jones makes his debut. I'm actually kind of excited. Then third we got Seattle and Patriots at 5. But Chargers and the Chiefs are on their tail right now, so it's gonna come down to the wire when it comes to week 2. Still waiting for more votes.
I do want to see.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I do want to see if Kyle Williams is, if that was really the right choice, because that choice was highly criticized when it was out there that the Chargers were looking to move on from Herbert.
They really let Herbert go without any capital. That's my thing.
Wild.
But yeah, also the Jaguars have 2 votes.
Oh, really? We should watch
Yeah,
that game. Anyway, week 3.
we should.
Hey, we should watch this Jaguars game too. Against the Broncos? That's interesting. Bengals and Browns could be a fun one. I see that. The Bills and the Chiefs. Freaking Mahomes. Freaking Kelsey. God, I have things to say about the Chiefs when we get to like mailbag. I saw a question in there that I can use to, you know, segue into my thoughts about that team. I have things to say.
Well, if we don't get Chiefs week 2, we'll probably get them week 3. Broncos, we actually probably we won't get Jaguars for week 3 because the back-to-back rule.
49ers and Jets. Oh, I know. Oh, that might have to be watched, right?
I don't know. Jets won't have to be shown for 2 weeks after that, and you know.
Falcons Panthers could be interesting, but you know, back to back. I'm just looking at interesting games, even if we don't actually watch them.
I'm not. Minnesota's got the Bears. It's
Kind
not
of a
interesting.
quieter week here, I'd say, a little bit. Week 4.
Week
That Lions
Ravens
Colts game could be
Broncos.
interesting. That's 2 teams looking to get better this year.
Ravens Broncos looks interesting. 2 battled rookies.
It does.
The
The Jaguars and Texans
Chiefs,
playing again
Falcons.
in week 4.
It's got to be shown. Cards, Jets. Jets won't be shown because all the it depends. They could be shown if we don't show that week 3 game.
Panthers Bengals on
Packers,
Monday night.
Vikings. Eesh, Vikings,
game,
Packers, man. Rashawn Gary. Actually, we got a few good games on this slate. I like the rookies. Texans, Jags.
Both 1 seeds.
Vikings,
last
Packers.
season. Panthers Bengals. That could be interesting.
We might have to have 3-4 games this week. It looks like a good week. I want the Packers head.
Falcons Chiefs is interesting. Chargers Bucks is interesting. I like the slate. Week 4.
It's a good slate. All right, let's get to week 5.
Week 5. Gotta watch the
Vikings, Cowboys. Eagles, Cardinals. That's
Jets
a good
and
one.
Jaguars. Gotta watch that.
Washington Buccaneers looks like a good one, but you know people hate CPUs. I don't understand why, but they hate CPUs, man.
Seahawks Falcons. The Kentucky receivers that both those teams have. That matchup is interesting. Broncos Panthers.
Bills, Bengals.
Man, it seems like a lot of cluster teams are just playing each other in the first part of the season. Patriots and Niners is kind of interesting.
I just don't know about the Niners.
Bengals and Bills could be fun. That's a good game.
No, that's what I said. It looked to be good, but we gotta see how the voting goes and the back-to-back rules.
Week 6. Lions get their season series with the Packers out of the way by week 6. All right, go to Lambeau early. Vikings Seahawks. That's an interesting one. The Browns and Eagles is an interesting one to me. Both run heavy, or teams that should be run heavy anyway. Chiefs Texans.
Falcons, Washington. Packers, Lions.
Kind of a quiet week though overall. Not any really juicy matchups with drama and intrigue. Week 7. Texans and Jets on Monday night. That's a good game. I'd vote for that one.
Bills, Packers,
Gotta watch the Jaguars and
Chargers.
Bears for sure.
Chargers, Panthers look like a good one. Vikings, 49ers. I want like just the history.
Who's stopping that offense? Who's stopping that Lions offense?
I know, 87.
I don't know how that unit is rated that high. It's kind of a mystery to me. It has to be taking all the speed into account, right? Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense. Falcons and Bucks, I will say that's interesting. NFC South in general is kind of interesting this year. All the teams there are trying to win now. I'll be very interested to see how that plays out. Does the Lamar Jackson experiment work in Tampa Bay? It's because of the O-line. You got proof for that, Envy? Because the superstar devs that I have on the right side. Week 8. Texans Vikings is kind of interesting. It's a little bit of a quiet week. Chiefs Bucks. Broncos Chargers. Ravens Bengals could be interesting. I do like that matchup. Bills and Patriots. Pretty sure the Patriots swept the Bills last year, right?
I know the Patriots swept the Jets.
If they split with the Bills, I forget what happened in those matchups. I think they split.
Yeah, they split. I just know Patriots swept the Jets 3-0 last year because Yoni kept going on about it.
Week 9, Lions and Jets. That's definitely getting shown. For sure. I'm forecasting here, but that's going to get shown. Bills and Jets. There you go. Bad blood there.
Ravens Colts is battle of the rookies again. What was it? Top 2 QB picks?
Yep, Jake.
Robert
Matt,
Allen.
Robert Allen. Chiefs Bengals.
It just seems like a quiet week for me. It's kind of like you have your 3.
I think I'd disagree with that.
I don't know, the weeks you were saying, like, I see.
Bucks and Falcons. 2 NFC South clashes in week 9.
Well, I forgot we do have a Giants user.
I feel like that's the most interesting division this year, NFC South.
Well, it has to be.
I mean, the things that the things the Falcons were able to do last year, they're ahead of schedule right now, if you ask me. Clint Turner being traded, I feel like that's gonna have to happen.
We gotta make that happen. I don't know. That's just one of those situations where he got hoed.
I think the Steelers would be a good fit for that.
I did say that, yeah. Rams, can he outlast Stafford? Let me. And we can answer this mailbag. Potential teams for Clint Turner. I'll add that to the mailbag. So can someone type that in mailbag for me? Just claim it as your question.
Claim it as your question, even though it's not. Week 10. What matchups do we like here? Cards and Seahawks. I think that's interesting. Falcons and Cowboys. I do like that matchup.
Broncos, Buccaneers, Cards, Seattle. Could be, depending on the record. Jags, Bills.
Ravens, Browns.
Yeah, because you and I were on bye this week.
You know, when we start to get out past halfway point of the season, it starts to get hard to project which of these games are gonna be like, oh, these are gonna be great to
Which
watch. Because, you know, we might
which
be
of
looking
these
at a
teams
team
is
that
gonna
just
be?
falls apart and is not nearly as good as we thought they'd be. Week 11. Texans and Bengals is interesting. Jets and Bills again on Sunday night. That's a good one. You know, I am curious to see how the Bills will be, you know, after shedding Von Miller.
Yeah, because I looked at the roster. They're like what 82, 83. Their roster has taken a hit.
And you know, the Colts have Von Miller now, so I feel like people are just sleeping on the Colts. I feel like they could be
No,
like
that's what
they
I'm
could
saying.
be really good and like no one will expect it, but I'm just
That's
sitting
what
here
I'm saying.
like,
They have the O line. Now the secondary, the cornerback is just Kenny Moore. They need help. There's a drastic down, but it just depends on how Robert Allen performs this year. If he performs decent, they're a playoff contending team. That division's interesting. I don't know. You got the Jags and their draft picks. You got
Cards and
the
Niners
Colts.
is a
Colts
that's a good
on the
matchup
up and
this
up,
week.
and then you got the Texans being one of the youngest squads to being one of the oldest now.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Bengals did beat Houston like 35-5 or something last year.
Well, he'll just let me know that the mailbag is piling in. Ooh, eight
Ooh,
questions. Okay.
thank you for letting us know.
Because I haven't been checking in.
Kind of
on
a
that.
quiet week though. I'm not seeing much here that's like uber interesting. Week 12, Thanksgiving week. Texans, Lions. Houston visits Detroit for Thanksgiving. The TJ
I
Hawkinson
got Packers
visiting his old team.
Bengals versus Cowboys. That Broncos, Browns. I don't know. All these teams we're naming, one of them is going to have a terrible season. It always happens.
But who will it be? That's the question.
And one of these teams that we're just saying, oh, they're not going to be good this year. Yeah, they're going to have like just a surprise.
It's probably going to be
I
some
don't know
random
who.
team like Washington or something.
Washington should. That defense is on the up and up, but that offense, they don't have offense.
Seahawks, Bills. I like that game. Monday night.
Packers, Vikings, maybe a snow game depending.
Patriots and Jets.
Saints.
Browns, Browns. Saints,
Saints,
Niners.
49ers. All right, new week.
I do like the Thanksgiving slate. I think those are all interesting games.
Yeah,
Texans gonna
'cause
be
last year-
terrible. You really think so? I hope you are, because I own your first round pick. Sorry, not sorry. It's just business, Garrett.
Ooh. Jets, Vikings. I'm about to have PTSD.
On Sunday night.
Broncos, Chiefs. That's got my eye. I guess Colts, Jaguars. Cards, Seattle,
I'm
maybe.
just saying, don't be surprised if the Colts are good this year, people. If they're better than you think. Bucks
Saints,
and Saints.
Buccaneers, man.
You know,
It's a little bit quiet week.
forecasting that the Lions' offense is actually as good as that 87 rating makes them out to be. They could be playing important games at this point in the season. But that's taking a leap if you ask me.
Ooh, I got a mailbag question. It's gonna be for Hill at the end.
Yeah, me too. I want to see those too.
I want to see that for my fantasy team if he comes back this year.
Week 14, Lions playing the Seahawks again this year, late in the year. I think the Seahawks won last year.
Vikings, Colts. That probably wouldn't be shown because probably Jets, Vikings, but that is a Colts. That's the one thing I'm like, don't sleep on them. Washington Cowboys. I do want to see
That's my
that.
big sleeper team this year.
That's mine. Tennessee they have pieces. They just need to get some more.
You know, I heard that Ty Butler is kind of like the armpit of the QB class, But wouldn't it be funny if
But
he's
you
just
know
another
how the
Clint
armpit
Turner?
normally is.
Yeah.
Well, Clint Turner, De'Aaron Ridgeway, because Ridgeway was the armpit of the HCAA customs.
Imagine Ty Butler's just like a 5,000-yard passer. Leads the Titans
And
to a
not with that
championship.
offense. Not with that offense. You know it's gonna be Derrick Henry. But watch that man have like a great ratio, like 29-3.
Something like that, yeah.
Now, a decent week. We got divisional Browns, Bengals,
Cardinals, Bills.
Chiefs, Saints, maybe.
Yeah,
I do want to
I
see.
was high on the Cardinals last year. I thought they were like this team is gonna make the playoffs, and I was right about them. But this year, I feel a bit more wary about that team.
They did
I
lose Simmons.
I do not
Well,
have the
I guess we'll
best
see week
feeling about
one.
that.
I guess we'll see week one, right? Vikings and them.
I guess, yeah. Let's see how they stack up.
Lions, Seattle. That's one. Ooh, Eagles, Panthers. What everyone expected to be in the playoffs last year, till Eagles just laid an egg.
I'm not sure about the Eagles this year either.
It's just they had the same roster. It's just
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of get the feeling it's gonna be one of those years where they kind of just don't do well. It happens sometimes in this sim. Week 15. Seahawks, Niners. I think that'll be.
Cowboys,
I feel like
Steelers.
the
It has history,
NFC
but
West will be a pretty fun division. At least
Broncos, Bengals. I see Broncos is one of those teams. It's they could get a lot of games, or they might not get a lot of games depending on their record. It's just
they're a very interesting team to me. They're in a very precarious situation. I want to see how it plays out. Cowboys shouted. Oh, they play the Steelers that week. You know how that goes. Dallas and Pittsburgh.
historically that should.
I like Patriots Bills again. That's awesome. Of course,
Well, I
it's
have
gonna
to
be
give Cowboys shout outs. I have to give Jaguars shout outs. Don't you know?
Saints Vikings. Bucks and Ravens. Hey, there's one. There's one. I can't believe I almost missed that. Bucks and Ravens. Week 15.
We're at. Ooh, that's good.
This one right here. That should be like a guaranteed to be watched. Like even in week 15. I don't care if both teams aren't doing good. Who won the trade? Yeah, that's true. I feel
like it's not short term. It's a long term thing to look at.
You look at these teams in like probably like 2 or 3 years from now, and you'll have a good idea. Week 16, the first clash between Detroit and Minnesota, coming very very late
very
here.
late.
The Lions travel to
It could be
Minneapolis.
very meaningless, or it could be very important. Colts, Texans, Colts. I'm just giving a lot of shout outs.
I have a feeling about that team. I could be wrong.
Browns, Jets, good one. Ravens, Bengals, Cowboys, Jaguars. That's a must see.
Bills and Niners. I feel like that game will be important for seeding. Broncos and Falcons. That's two like fringe teams. I feel.
Two rookie QBs.
I don't know. As much as I want to think the Broncos are like ready to take that next. I want like the Broncos to take that next step. You know, I feel like they're gonna be fringe because I can't put all those expectations on a rookie quarterback. Especially when those drafted, wasn't drafted like first overall.
Well, it's like one of those things last year. I kind of like Odell. You know, they got Odell. They brought in Hopkins. It's like one of those situations. It's like what the Vikings did last year with Jimmy Burgess. You know, I think it's just all going to fall on at the end of the day of the offense. Like, can Ronnie Good actually be good in that offense? It's like, you know, he's the captain now of it.
Cajun 6 versus HCAA on a bigger scale. Which side is better? Pick a side. It's like left Twix versus right Twix. Pick a side.
Pick a side. But yeah, let's get on to week 17.
Week 17.
Jets, Colts. Colts better do something after all this talk.
They're a sleeper.
It
I think
seems like a quiet
I think
week.
they're the sleeper team. It's the calm before the storm in
It's,
the last week of the season.
it seems like a quiet week, in my honest opinion. And that's 49ers Seattle game could be important. Panthers, Buccaneers could be. On paper, it should be important, but you know it's week 17. Injuries happen.
Packers, Eagles,
Chargers,
could be
Patriots. It depends on Yoni if he wants to bench Dak for Jameis Winston. You're laughing at me, but it's a possibility.
It's gonna happen.
Why you booing me? You know I'm right.
Why are you booing? I'm right. Man, I hope the Texans are just not good. This is purely for selfish reasons. Everyone knows why. But yeah, I'd say a lot of these games could be important, but that's gonna depend on how these teams are looking for playoff positioning at the end of the year.
Now, week 18, it's just, I'm not going to say importance, it's just whatever it's going to look like. We know how we run week 18, we have multiple games. But Lions and Vikings.
I swear to God, this game better be important.
Packers, 49ers can seem important. Yeesh. I don't know. Broncos, Chiefs could be. There's a lot of crucial divisional games this year.
Are we going to talk about it this year? V2?
I don't know what he's talking
Is
about.
Cajun 6
V2
versus HCAA or the Bucks and Ravens thing?
I thought he was referring to that with the Bucks. Like, are we going to talk about it this year, though?
Lions versus Vikings.
I'm not going to say who won.
V2.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about it last year.
Well, Vikings, Lions.
Well,
yeah, they just showed that one game. We showed that one game. Vikings kind of had it in hand.
There wasn't really much going on.
Yeah,
the Lions mailed that season in. They won those first two games of the year, and they're like, well, I think it's time to get a top 2 pick.
D is not. I'm not. Oh, that's what you mean. See, that's the thing. I want him to be upfront about Armstrong. What he tells me in DMs, in VC, like he tells me all these things statistically why this happened, but he won't come on to the pod and like defend it.
I'm just saying, Marcus Armstrong got a lot of hate for stuff that isn't his fault.
Explain it. That's what I've been trying to fish for these past few podcasts.
He did fine last year. He missed 2 games last season, which is why his yard total was below everyone else. But
was that so hard?
If you looked at his yards per game, he was fine.
Was that so hard? Just come out and say that.
Yeah, well, I knew I was gonna get berated because no one listens to facts.
Now let's get on to who we think's gonna win the division.
Divisions.
Our famous.
Oh yeah, didn't someone ask that in Mailbag?
Yeah, we might as well answer that right here since we're already here.
I think the Bengals should win the AFC North again. I'm not sure if I'm.
This is a Bengals year.
I'm not sure.
That team's
I'm not
got
sure.
a lot
I like the Browns team, but I'm not sure that they're good enough to win the division in the regular season.
Browns got a lot of crucial re-signings, and then Bengals have a lot.
AFC South. Before we do that, should we? Are we in agreement about the Bengals? We both agree.
This should be on paper. Now they have a lot of crucial re-signings this year. It's just, they tied up a lot of people last year. It's just they're aging out. I'm just waiting for a few years. I think the Bengals will be screwed when it comes cap in a few years, like cap tied.
As much as I'd want to say the Jaguars could take that next step, they never do. So I'm gonna
Texans have to with how much they spent.
But you know what? I wanna manifest my reality of the Texans being a flop this year. So you know, I'm just gonna go all the way and say the Colts just come out of nowhere, just win the division outright. But it'll be just absolutely disgusting like it was last year. That'll be like 9-8 or something. That'll be good enough to win. I hope the Texans finish 6-11, and I get a nice first round pick from them. AFC East, Jets. That team is ascending.
Yeah, I think they have the best overall team now. So
I want first round. I want top 20 picks, Garrett. It's just business. It's nothing personal. But yeah, I feel like the Jets are gonna actually win the division this year. The Bills, I feel like losing Von Miller is gonna have a big impact on the upside of that team. Bills are still probably a playoff team. I have a hard time seeing them not making the playoffs. But that defense is going to be missing Vaughn. I do believe that. Patriots, they're just mediocrity personified. They're just a 9 or 10 win team to me. You agree with the Jets? You're not going to argue with me there?
no, I said Jets. I think they have the best overall team in that division.
Then you went Houston.
'Cause the Bills,
you went Houston in the South, and I went Colts because I'm a madman.
See, I don't argue. Logically, it should be the Texans. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm biased.
But I don't see Jags.
I'm manifesting my reality.
I see Jaguars finishing third.
That'd be funny.
It's just,
Are the Titans just doomed to be irrelevant?
I will have to admit that's the one thing I'm going to give EA its props. They did fix the CPU because we're more high on CPU teams this year. They're making smarter picks.
Thank God. Oh, don't pause,
No more.
don't
You
pause
just
my
drafted
music.
a QB just to draft a QB the next year.
And then the West. Wow, good question. I don't know how this is gonna turn out.
What's the question?
Who's gonna win this division? The Chargers.
Raiders on paper, but they just never amount. Chargers still have a 84 overall team across the board, and that's with Kyle Williams.
Chiefs still have most of the offensive weapons they've had, but defense doesn't have that presence up front with Chris Jones anymore. They have
De'Ron
holes on that
Payne
defense.
though. They still have De'Ron Payne. He's not a slouch.
But
that
defense
defense though is putrid. That defense though is putrid.
And the Broncos, solidly put together team, I will say, but questions about the quarterback. Can Ronnie Good have a good rookie year? How's that gonna turn out? Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'll say the Chargers will win the AFC West this year. I have no I have no special reason for that. I have no feel on this how this division is gonna play out. But that's my prediction. Do you agree or disagree? Are you a Chiefs guy, Broncos guy?
I'm going Chargers.
Are you crazy enough to say the Raiders?
I'm going Chargers.
Chargers too, huh? I was hoping for more disagreement, Braden. You're letting me down here. NFC North. Vikings. They have no excuse not to win this division. Packers are just they're slowly falling off. They still have
I still got Packers winning.
they still have an okay team. A lot of high overalls, but I don't know. Vikings are in ascension mode. They got Chris Jones on a cheap deal. Added all that talent on the offensive line in the draft. I still think the Lions are at least a year away. And the Bears, they've performed better than I expected them to the past couple years. But
I got Packers.
I don't know if they can. The NFC is probably going to be a fucking crapshoot this season, if you ask me. I don't know if the Bears are going to be good enough to be a playoff team, much less win the division. Will Jacob Smith see the field this year? That's an interesting question. They do still have Aaron Rodgers there.
What does Rain Man want to do? Because I saw Rodgers still has like 60 million, 80 million
Yeah, that's
penalty. So
I mean, I feel like you try to maximize your window with Rodgers, but I don't know. That's up to him though. In the end, I'm not sure what he's wanting to do. But yeah, I got the Vikings, and you had the Packers. You think the Packers are really gonna do it again? That's kind of lame, Braden. NFC South. Panthers won it last year in a very tight race with the Saints. But how does it play out this year? I don't know, honestly.
I don't know. Buccaneers, God. This is division. You can't.
The Buccaneers are like the biggest wild card here. They could be an amazing team this year, or they could be kind of. It is kind of lame. And Envy, you get it. He's giving these like lame ass answers, like milk toast, like doesn't even really explain it all that well.
Well, okay, you want me to go? You got the Super Bowl, well, the Hill Bowl defending champions and the Panthers. The Buccaneers have Lamar Jackson. I don't know what the hell that GM's gonna do. I don't like him. He thinks he's all that. Hopefully, they have a downfall. The Falcons, they were this close to making the playoffs last year, and now they have
Deontay Wilkins. I keep forgetting they drafted Deontay Wilkins.
I think a better quarterback. Deontay Wilkins, he's an athlete. His college coach wasn't a huge fan of him. If you ask him right now, he still doesn't see why he went round 2. The Saints, Clint Turner was damn good, but, you add in Justin Herbert. I don't blame the Saints, for that pickup. I don't know what the fuck's going to go on in this division, all right?
I think I'll have to just side with the Panthers because it's just so chaotic
have an answer.
Here.
That ain't lame. Let's see, any one of them can win it. Panthers have black magic, but you know what? They
have
the
Brian
Falcons.
Burns, and that dude is so dominant, it's not even funny. Then you got Christian McCaffrey still. I'm going to side with the Panthers, tentatively. Don't have a feel. This is like the West. I don't have a feel on this. This could go... all 4 of these teams could win. And it wouldn't surprise me.
Controversy, Falcons is mine.
Falcons. Wow, you hear that? Why does my music keep pausing, man? Stop this. NFC East. The Falcons. The Falcons. Yeah, that's right. He said it.
Y'all forced me to make a hot take. Y'all told me not to be logical. That's kind of lame. So I'm going Falcons.
East.
And then when you don't amount to anything, I will become Yoni.
I just have a bad feeling about the Eagles this year for some reason. I feel like they're just not going to be that good. I don't know why.
They're a good team. They're a team.
I feel like that's kind of like unreasonable, but I don't know.
They're a sim team though, but
when I look at their competition, I'm like, who's going to take it from them? Like the Cowboys, they're trying to like sell pieces and turn their roster around, so I'm not sure they're ready to win this year.
The Cowboys are trying to add pieces. That's the thing.
They're trying to shed some of their more expensive contracts and turn around their roster so it's a bit cheaper, easier to manage.
Washington just needs an offense. That's what they need.
That is true. I feel like
If
that
they get an
that
offense,
could be turned into like a legendary unit for like the next
no, they're
5
gonna be a
years.
top. They're gonna be a top 10 unit. Dallas Smith is gonna be receiving
Like
for
they're
review.
building like a Legion of Boom type defensive core, if you ask me.
No, yeah, because let me think. You got Montez Sweat.
Like a defense
You
that
you got
you'd name because of how iconic
you
it
got
is.
Jonathan. You got front him for the D line. You got Chase Young, Jason Stanaway, Dallas Smith. You still have your secondary that you already have in place.
That secondary is 3 deep at corner. That's pretty good.
Eagles, they're a sim team though. That's the thing. Like
Eagles and
they won't win the
Cowboys.
division based
Uh,
on Giants are too
I
far away, but their GM Zach he was in.
I will go with the Eagles tentatively, but I have a bad feeling that something bad's gonna happen to them. I don't know why I feel this way.
Giants, no, they're still. They literally just got their picks taken from them. Uh, I gotta go with Eagles just on the sim aspect. They're not.
NFC West. Huh. You know, I feel like all the teams that are like the contenders here are like also candidates for like regression in my eyes. I feel like the Cardinals are just gonna come back down to earth. They're gonna be like pretty mediocre. That's the feel I get. Seahawks did not have a great draft. I didn't like a lot of their picks. It wasn't
Their
great.
defense is one of the worst in the league. No, like if it wasn't for Jamal Adams, I would say they had the worst defense,
I guess,
and that's up there with the Lions and the Ravens.
and the
They
Rams
don't have
are
an O line.
the Rams are. I don't think they're gonna
The
be a
Rams is
factor.
3 people. The Rams are literally 3 people. Cup, Ramsey, Darnold. They're in CFL right
I
now.
guess if I'm weighing the options, I guess the San Francisco 49ers have like the most like safety net to fall back on.
They drafted a 4th-string cornerback with their first round.
Yeah, that's the thing. They didn't really get any guys who were going to be a big impact day one. But I feel like they still have
So he
most
don't.
there. I guess I'll go with the 49ers.
I'm going Cardinals.
Cardinals, think they'll do it again.
Offense wins. Regular season game, not championships, but.
All right, fair enough. So we disagreed on 4 division
The South.
champions.
Yeah, the South, the West.
The North and the NFC.
We both
and then
agreed Eagles. Yeah,
and
North
the
and
AFC
NFC.
South.
See, that's the thing. You can't have 2 Devos, Hill.
I don't know why you'd want to take snaps away from Debo. He's just a better player than Lindsey.
He is. Now, if Lindsey was on another team,
Lindsey going
you
to
could
prove
have a
himself.
Debo with him. And Lindsey's not even good enough to be our starting running back yet, especially on that roster. But I still don't feel Trey Lance. I just don't. Neil's just taking my creation and just, I don't.
Okay.
He's going to be buried.
Did we want to talk anything else about the season? About a schedule?
Nah.
Or we want to get into the mailbag. All right, we're at about 50 minutes here, so we'll answer mailbag for like about 10 minutes.
Okay, let me see. Because we didn't answer any mailbag. Let me go scroll up to like the last show. QB free agency. Gold asks. Here we go. So this was from like last week, but we didn't get to it. Gold asks, do you sense a shift in conference power occurring? There seems to be a mass exodus of players from AFC to the NFC, and likewise, GMs are willingly allowing it to happen. Who are they afraid of? Is the concern legitimate? What team stands a chance against this fear, and do you see anyone from the AFC not taking part in this exodus of talent? Well, before I let Shane, I'm just saying year one, NFC had an exodus of talent to the AFC. So it's kind of like, I guess, vice versa. AFC
It's
similar.
a
It's
it's
just
a it's a pendulum
people are.
effect.
It is. People are just
It
swapping.
flows
Year
back and
one,
forth.
yeah, it's just one of those. I don't think it's just teams are just wising up. Why give a player to the same team in your division or in conference? It's just logical. So that's what happened year one. NFC, it's like, okay, they were cleaning out, send it over to the AFC. That's what I did. Bengals have my players. Uh, this year, AFC's shipping over. It's one of those. I'm sorry, I'm not going to send a clear Mac over to the New York Jets if I'm the Chargers. I'm sending him out to the NFC if I want to get rid of him. What's your thoughts on this, Shane?
Um, yeah, I feel like it's just kind of like the natural flow of where talent's gonna go. I mean, it's common sense to want to get as far away from your old players you're getting rid of as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So in the worst case, you'd be meeting them in the Super Bowl or the Heel Bowl.
Mm-hmm. But the question is, who are they afraid of? I guess
Um,
smart GMs. Like, I don't want to just
I
name one
mean,
name. It's like logical,
I
but
wouldn't say they're necessarily afraid of anyone. They're just the the people who uh the questioner here is saying people are afraid of. They're just zigging while everyone else is zagging. They're taking advantage of all the chaos.
that's what you got to do. It's like there's chaos in this league. You just have to navigate your way. And when it comes to trades, you just have to find that team that's just willing to blow it up. Now, next question. We're gonna go with truck flipper. Biggest draft surprise.
Biggest draft surprise. Oh, I think I have the draft here. I do. Draft
Al
surprise.
Mason.
Al
I'm just going
Mason.
based off round one. Al Mason's a huge one.
Is it surprising that Elijah Stokes went second overall, a running back?
Knowing you and your history, it's not necessarily. It's just it's weird because you had a defense when you took forward. This time you don't have a defense, but I do give credit. You did pick up some good defensive pieces this offseason, trying to put a band-aid
Well,
on it, similar to what I did last
how I
year.
would counter that is there wasn't too many options at number 2 for like a game-changing defender outside of maybe Dallas Smith, but I feel like that's probably a bit too
Yeah,
early for a corner.
David Smith, I don't think was worthy of two. Then Zach Starks. I think he's going to carve out a good career with the Rams, but I don't think he's worthy of two. And you're good on
Yeah,
O line.
Zach Starks would have been more like a mid first rounder to me. 7 is kind
I
of
would.
rich for him.
I got two. I would say are my surprises. And they're both cornerbacks. Al Mason, projected late second to could go early fourth, and then you got Jason Carter out of Georgia.
To
Now
Miami.
I looked at Miami's roster yesterday. You got four 31-year-olds. I guess they're going to be a good mentor to him. I guess they're going to teach him how to cover because he can't cover. He has all the athletic ability and tools to be a good cornerback. It's just the man can't cover.
How about Connie Goodson at 30?
I forgot about that
No
name.
one
That
expected
is
him to get drafted that high.
that's a
The odds were
surprise.
stacked against him. He's like Bryce Young. He's like an underdog. It's true.
Well, we know it wasn't a surprise, but if we're looking at it from like a realistic aspect, it is a surprise. Like if we're going based off of terms, not because it's nil.
I will say I am kind of surprised Eugene Edwards wasn't a first round pick. That was kind of surprising to me.
Well, if you look at it last year, he's essentially kind of the same mold as Fonz Brolo, and he went second round. I guess tight ends aren't meant to go, like free tight ends aren't going round one.
I suppose.
But, Evan Ingram, he can go for a fifth overall pick.
Oh, you know what's a great draft surprise? How was this man rated as a round 1 to 2 prospect? Brian Gross.
It's not really a surprise. Ravens had told me, like even Shane, like the Ravens told us what their pick was gonna be 5th round.
Lions
It's
draft
actually gonna be
supply,
Anthony
draft supply is
Shaw.
lower round. Yeah, I drafted a hidden dev with my last pick in the 7th round. This dude, Carl Gaddis, was not expecting that.
But I don't know what my hidden pick was. It'd probably be the kid out of California,
You're
Ron
hidden pick.
Campbell. That would be my surprise pick because I didn't think he would fall. Like a round one dude ejected. No, like round one and two, the man just fell. But that's I can't really say really surprise. Cooper
No.
Caddick is one maybe.
Oh yeah.
QB to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
That's a surprise.
2nd round. They're looking to get rid of. They've been trying to get rid of Kyler for years. Gaddis was actually a late add to my board. I was mostly looking at those right outside linebackers that I drafted in Patterson and Haskins. Then I had the extra pick.
Now we kind of talked about which teams would surprise and make the playoffs. If you haven't watched the entirety of this, the Colts.
I feel like they're the
It's a
biggest
surprise.
sleeper. I feel like a lot of people are writing them off, but
Now
they
miss the
picked up Von Miller
playoffs.
for basically nothing.
Now miss the playoffs. I want to say the Chiefs.
I was gonna say that too. I
The
feel like there's
NFC
a.
South team's gonna miss it though. That's gonna be a surprise out that division. It's just we can't really pinpoint.
Oh, can I give my 2 cents about the Chiefs? Is
Yeah,
this a good time to
this
do
is your
that?
core. I'm not gonna even talk.
Get
Just
on
rant
get on
away.
my soapbox about the freaking Chiefs, freaking
Is
Mahomes.
everyone? Hold up, is everyone sitting down? You got to prepare for this. I've heard these rants. It's actually a good rant. So listen.
Okay. So the main thing that pissed me off about what they were doing this offseason was the whole Chris Jones trade where they linked up with the Vikings to get that done. Um, as far as the returns they got for him, I'd say that's pretty good. But um, the guy they got in return, Deron Payne, good player. But in case anyone didn't know, like Deron Payne's making like twice as much money as Chris Jones is, which I thought was hilarious. It was like, wow, you think you'd be trying to like cut cap while you're at it here too, but they're taking on more. And what was Duran's pay? What was Duran's contract? Like how many years left
I had
on
the
it?
whole
Like,
huge contracts. He had 3 years left because I signed him to a 4-year deal.
mm,
Because how when I first signed him was I was trying to match it up with the rookies that I drafted. So Jimmy Burgess, Kareem Patton, all those contracts, Davin Carruthers. I just wanted to I have all my contracts here and I just pick apart who's coming and who's staying. But yeah, 14 million cap hit and it just rises every year. I think it's like
and Chris
15,
Jones is
16.
at about like a 7 million or something cap hit.
He's actually at I think a 6 million.
That's
I
insane. That's
contract wise, I don't know how, but he just recently signed a contract this off season. Like he has 3 years left. I did not know these contracts, like, because I was going off his IRL that he was making, and he was making so much more. And then when the trade actually did happen, and he'll show the cap screens, I'm like, how the hell do I have this much money? And I saw how much Jones was making. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, what? I'm like, 3 years left, 3 years remaining. It's like
I
this
don't know
man
what the
literally just
Chiefs are
signed a new
doing, man.
deal.
I don't know what they're doing. They did not meet their expectations last year, and they're panicking. That's the worst thing you can do in this league. Is just panic. It makes you do stupid things.
It's kind of it would be better if DJ Reader went to the Chiefs. They would have been able to shed cap, but they said no.
HFL rules.
HFL rules, and I'm gonna be honest. As I said, I did not think. I thought Jones was making same amount as Payne, but I guess that's why there was situations like with the cap situations on each side. It was really me having to It was really them having to meet up the cap because I thought it was gonna be even, but it was really Payne was making more, and it was like, oh shit.
I don't know what the Chiefs are gonna do. Watching what they're doing, Mm-mm.
Well, who did you say again was gonna win the division? The Broncos?
I said the Chargers. That was my guess.
Chargers. I said
And
Chargers.
and
Yeah,
and I said that was a guess.
I said Chargers.
I don't
I
have too
like
much
Kyle.
reasoning behind it. It's
I
just
like Kyle Williams coming out. That was just me. I liked him coming out. The team is still intact, and they got a first for Khalil Mack. So pretty whatever. You still want to compete, but still acquire assets at the same time. So I'm fine with that. Hmm. Oh, now this is a good question. We already did draft recap and update with hidden and normal Des Wade in. But this comes from Yoni when he was last able to talk. What's your opinion on New England Patriots and their franchise changing moves?
their franchise changing moves. Honestly, if you ask me, I feel like at best it's a lateral move. Trading Mac Jones for Dak Prescott is just
Well,
paying
and
a
Dak's up after
is
this year
just
too, so
paying a lot more for a diminishing return. So not really. I don't think the Patriots are going to be too much better or too much worse than they were last year.
it's not really
I'm not
changing.
sure if the playoff upside is going to be the same, but I feel like the record is
They
going to be around.
they did get a dev quarterback, but still, it's just like, and how well you gotta account for it. They traded John, but they got Swift. How do you think Swift and Harris is gonna
I feel like that's going to be
be?
that's going to be fine. That's going to
If
be
he plays his cards right, it could be a decent offense. I feel like personally for me, it's not because of the memes or anything. Ezra Frost gotta be wide receiver one. He's young. He's like 21 now, actually, like 77 overall. And it's just might as well. You don't really have the best wide receivers. Just give the kid, more of an opportunity to show out and progress. And
and freeze the
what
league.
happens, happens. Freeze the league, yeah. And you only asked who you think was the biggest steal draft. I think it was Carl Gaddis. That's my answer. If you know, you know
You really
about
think
him.
so?
But yeah, if you know, you know. He's one of the
Really think
biggest
so?
steals.
He's like a
Seventh
66
round.
overall.
It's a steal, hidden dev. It could be anything. It's to get someone of that talent that late.
Who would I think is a steal here? Biggest steal. I'm actually gonna do some research here. I
I'm not
haven't
gonna
thought
go
too
round
much
and round.
about steals. Um,
Round, you John Townsend, he looks decent, but I want to say a steal. He went in his range. I'm just trying to think of a guy that kind of like fell. Not Brian Gross fell. Christian Klump
um,
is a decent.
I would say Donnie Doan. Honestly, that's kind of a steal. Round 5, hidden dev running back. That one stands out to me as a steal.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
okay, Garrett, that's a good point, but he's not gonna be starting because I have like an 80 overall at strong safety already.
Take a chance. Just start him.
Unless someone wants to trade for him, we can talk. We can talk about Deshaun Elliott.
Shane's
Anyone?
already been talking picks with me. He's like, I will pay 50K in total. I will pay for your trade. I'll pay for my extra trade. He knows how to sweet talk a man.
I have
He
money.
wants to take me out to dinner first. Yeah, he a sugar dad. He's a sugar daddy of the league when it comes to the
I'm the
channel.
sugar daddy, man. I got all the channel points.
He's the cryptocurrency king.
Oh, you know what?
But
Actually, no. I take it back. James Watts. That's like the biggest deal. This man actually fell to 47. I
Miami still had. I don't know how that man fell.
that is that's so crazy that he fell that far.
Because when you think about it, the Chicago Eric Thorne wasn't a bad pick, but imagine Chicago got him. Oh, and then Ty
Man,
Davis, Seattle, they did get a hidden dev right there, but Watts is better. That's just I don't know.
yeah,
But
those are our biggest steals, I guess.
next, truck flipper. I'm just going down. We still have a good little list, but we're at
All
an hour
right,
in. This ain't
all
going.
right.
So, hold up. Super Bowl predictions, but Hill Bowl predictions, and then who you got picking first next year?
Heel Bowl predictions. Oh boy.
Bengals or Jets coming out from the AFC?
I like the Jets to be AFC champs this year.
It's
And,
not meaning that the
and
Jets did add in some good pieces, and
NFC, I
Rainbow
think, is
still
a lot more
developing.
complex though.
I can't say Vikings. If we make a good run, my O line will develop by then. But right now, I have to get to the playoffs with that rookie O line. Packers are still the Packers. Even though I took Rashawn Gary, they still have high overalls on their team. An AFC South team maybe.
I could see it. And
I might
I
have the
don't know.
Falcons.
I want to just say like the Panthers again because they have everything back. There's no reason not to pick them. But also the Buccaneers could pop off.
I did say the Falcons were winning division. I just never said they were making a run though.
Oh, the NFC is tough. It's tough to pick
Who you
one
got
team.
picking? Who you got picking first next year? I could see the Ravens again, back-to-back years. I could see Seattle if crucial injury happens on offense, because that defense is putrid. It's Lions. How much is that Band-Aid going to last?
I could see that. Honestly, if I was to, it could very
The
easily be the
Rams.
Rams. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Rams
that
is
that team could bottom out hard.
Steelers. I think Titans won't, but they're gonna have a top 10 pick. Giants, they got to use it now, so they're gonna try to make some changes. But I would say Rams.
I'd say they're the most likely.
All right. Now, Hill goes, it's a good question. What offense do you predict the Ravens run going into next season? Ish.
I mean,
You have to say pass heavy, right?
I would assume so.
Because you got John Townsend. I think he's starting. He's a receiving back now. He's a wide receiver converted, so receiving back. You got Calvin Ridley, Jay Fry, Tunde, Mickey James. You got Mark Andrews. It's got to be pass heavy. I don't know what playbooks would be best for pass heavy.
Very pass heavy.
There's
Probably like I don't
the
know,
Chiefs,
Chiefs,
Buccaneers,
Tampa
maybe.
Bay.
It's one of those. Arizona, maybe.
Steelers picking first. I could see it.
I'm skipping this one. Play. I don't know who's in the next draft class to say who's going first overall. Uh, Envy asks, "What's okay?" Another mailbag question. Uh, Scariest team right now.
Scariest team. Um,
I will always say the Packers. Are still my boogeyman.
scariest team in the league.
Bengals don't really scare me the most. Jets, they kind of do.
Yeah, they've been building. I got a lot of devs on their team now.
And I'm not BS, and that team still scares me. Packers still scare me. You know, that first Jimmy Burgess INT to Jolly Alexander crunch time with no INTs leading up to that brought back some PTSD for me. What's your thoughts? I already gave mine. It's Jets or Packers.
I would agree with the Jets. I'm not too worried about the Packers, to be honest. I don't see what you see.
Because you never had the PTSD that I did.
I don't know.
Which teams won the
I feel like
draft?
the Jets have a lot more fear factor on their team than anyone else.
Yeah. Now, which teams won the draft? Top of my head, I'm gonna go Ravens, Jags, Lions, Minnesota, Bears. Colts won the draft by the capital that they got, and they got their franchise dude. Uh, Washington just for Dallas Smith falling all that way.
I say the Steelers had a pretty nice draft. Washington was really good though. I really like their draft. Very good.
Steelers had one. I like that.
Jaguars nailed all their picks even though they didn't have many.
Raiders, that was so hit or miss when it came to the guess, the analyst. We're actually looking for new draft analysts next year. That's the kind of goal I wanted to do. New voices every year to go with Shane and I. New thoughts.
If you
So
guys
if y'all
want to, if
want
you guys
dibs
want to
on
be
that,
on the pod to do draft grades, hit us up.
let us know. It's first come, first serve.
All right, next question.
Thoughts on the NFC being so loaded?
Thoughts on the NFC being so loaded? Um, it'll change as quickly as it started. That's all I'll say.
And it's always been the same in my opinion. What, a few players just came over. What, Lamar, Marlon Humphrey. It's not
Chris Jones.
really. Yeah. It's just, it's still the same. They just got a little bit better. It's just, you know, survival of the fittest. What is the most important thing each playoff team from last year can do to
Each
improve?
playoff team.
Let me go. Let me check. Let me check just score schedule, right? Yeah, schedule. So playoff teams was. Alright, I'm just gonna go with the first games. What do you think the Cardinals? I would say O line.
They need to find some talent at O line, and I think they need a bit more consistency on
Defense.
defense.
Yeah, because they lost Simmons. O line's always been a huge need for them. San Fran. Playmakers, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think Devo, the running game, whatever that worked with Devo, but you took the ball out of his hands last year, came receiving wise, and that's just me. I don't trust Trey Lance. This ain't HFL 22 where the man's gonna get a superstar dev. He ain't got no Trey Sermon, so it's just that team needs playmakers. Next we got Texans. Dare I say youth? They had youth, and then essentially they got, outplaced by.
I think they need their young pieces to just keep developing.
Well, yeah, you're taking the ball to Jake Love's hands. That's
Jake
one
Love
thing I
and
did not
Adrian
like.
Mackey had a great connection year one.
And then you're essentially taken away from that. That's just my opinion. Mike Evans, great talent. T. Higgins, great talent. It's just you're taking the ball out the hands of one of the best young wide receivers in the league, and your rookie quarterback, one best quarterback in the AFC, and you're taking away from one of his favorite target essentially. O line could always use some working for the Texans, but that's just me. What about you?
I would say, yeah, I'd agree with like the Texans because they have I'd say the same things. Just
I think they're going to hinder development.
they just need to develop. I'm not sure I agree with the whole adding all these big pieces just because their young guys did really well last year, and even though they finished 8-9, they won their division. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out.
Jets, their D line, they added Khalil Mack, but Ernie Duggins, he's a rookie. You're throwing him into the fire. And if you got Hillville aspirations, you're going to need production. What the improvements are, they're going to need their youth to step up this year. I can't say linebackers, but they got Simmons, they got Miles Jack now, so it's just really their D line. Who's going to help out Khalil Mack? Who's going to be that extra edge guy to help get them over the hump? Offense, they got Marquise Brown, they got Rainrow, they got Brees Hall, they got a decent O line. That's just all I gotta say. The team has, you know what? Special teams is what they need to work on. Because I was seeing their roster, not the best special teams. Would you say the same assessment?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd say so. I feel like most of their team is constructed pretty well. I don't have like too many questions about. I mean, they're gonna get their production. They have guys.
All right, next we got Green Bay.
The rookies do need to step up, but I don't think it's like vitally important to their success.
Yeah. Next we got Green Bay. Youth. Just keep getting more infusion of youth into that team.
Yeah.
And that's all. That's all I really got to say. Break them down. They're still good with the vets that they have, but sooner or later
there's
you're
more
going to need to change
holes.
anything
There's
over.
slightly more holes than there were last year, but you got to have the young guys step up, big time.
Next we got Saints. I think it's their defense. I think they're losing some pieces on defense, or they're just aging out.
I gotta hope Justin Herbert is as big of an improvement as they think.
I don't want to say QB improvement. Clint Turner was not bad, as everyone makes it seem not to be.
I mean, you can flip Clint Turner for a decent haul, I think.
The second round, I don't think a team's willing to give a first when they could just draft their own.
Yeah.
But next we got the Bills. More youth. They need defense again.
Yeah.
You let Micah Hyde go.
Sure.
You let Von Miller. I know they were old, but they were your studs of that defense.
They don't have any picks though, and that's the thing. They need a savior.
They do. Offense is not an issue. You got Ricky Gilmore. He's gonna be better than what you've had in past years as running back. You still got Tyler Lockett, Diggs. I heard that they're on the market.
Defending MVP, Josh Allen.
The Browns. That team has some holes. They need more playmakers.
In the passing game, for sure.
Amari Cooper, this is last year his deal, 30 years old. I don't know what the Browns are going to do with that, but they need better drafts. That's one of their improvements that they do need.
Draft some dogs.
But that's all I got. Eagles.
I think they need to start looking at QB personally. Jalen Hurts is fun, but I feel like they need to
get someone that will get them over the edge when it comes gameplay wise.
Get a stronger arm in there.
Because sim wise, he's a damn cheat code, but gameplay.
I mean, because you got Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, a great receiving core.
You got Dalvin Cook at running back. Next we got the Vikings. My own team, I would say O-line. I've made those improvements. It's just they're just gonna have to keep improving. Linebacker, I want to need Lance.
Oh yeah, the Browns have Russell Wilson.
They do. I don't know how. They should not have gotten him, but autofill gave them even though they were negative cap. This game is interesting, I will have to say nonetheless. Man wanted like 19 million per year, and somehow the team was like -9, and yet they got. I don't know. This game's interesting, but the Vikings, the youth is going to have to step up. That's the name of the game for the Vikings. Youth's going to have to step up with those guys that we brought in. We brought in quite a few veterans this offseason to help with the youth. It's just, every great team needs a good mix. And yeah, what do you think about the Vikings?
Yeah, I would say O-line was probably one of their biggest issues, and they drafted a bunch of them this year, so that should hopefully improve things in Minnesota. They're protect their golden boy Jimmy Burgess from boogeyman Brian Burns.
Ooh, no. I'm just saying, Jermaine Swan.
How that you guys don't play the Panthers in the regular season?
No, not again.
I want that clash in the playoffs.
Jermaine Swan, he did hold up against Myles Garrett though on the first two drives in preseason games. So fingers crossed. We got two more teams. We got the Panthers.
I don't think they have to change much of anything.
Youth-wise, I would say that's the only improvement.
Just get some young guys in there, get some young infusion of talent. But
and then they're good.
Fundamentally, they don't have to change a thing.
They're still They're well balanced. Like on paper, but then you got Chris McCaffrey and Brian Burns, and they're just surrounded by average dudes, and that'll win you something. You get two spectacular dudes and surround them with average. That's just well balanced. Next we got the Bengals.
Bengals.
It's like a Panther situation. They still kept all their guys. Contracts are
They
coming
got
up
that
though.
Joe Mixon and Aaron Casey 1-2 punch at running back. They're
Burrow
hoping
going
Aaron
to
Casey, the
Chase
local
and
kid.
Cooks. But
Envy's
yeah, let's
saying
move on to
Envy's
the next
feels
one.
like the Panthers will fall off this year. 8 to 10 win season at best. You think so, huh? Think the success was a mirage? It's not sustainable. Fair enough. All right, next question. Let's move it along.
I know, I'm trying. Well, we already essentially know who's our dark horse. It's the Colts, if you haven't been watching.
Yeah.
So, new questions. For the love of God, please rank the teams. I think we've done a pretty good job of ranking them. And it seems like that will add on like another 30 minutes.
Yeah. You're not gonna get it.
Let me see.
Sorry, Chance. I knew you asked that question.
We already said which teams will win each division. Ooh, which teams do you feel like have the easiest and toughest schedules? I was talking to you this yesterday. This is something I kind of want.
Easiest and toughest schedules. Steelers, meh. Bengals. I'd say they have a tough one. I mean, obviously. Teams that did better last year are going to have tougher schedules.
I saw Ravens. Ravens had a tough schedule.
Eh. There's some tough games in there. Oh my god.
I just saw a cat petting another cat.
I had to restart my music, man. It keeps pausing. God damn it, YouTube. I did look at the Lions schedule. I thought this one wasn't that bad, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not. There's not many games here that I'm like, oh man. I don't think it's possible for us to win that. We didn't do any like deep dives into team schedules. It's kind of hard to say who has the toughest and.
Man, let's just skip this one. It'll take way too damn long.
We could probably answer that at the end of the season.
Yeah, we can answer that. Yeah.
We'd have a better idea.
Yeah, let's just answer. Alright.
I can't. We can't give a good answer for easy or hard schedules. Trade deadline, huh?
I can't unless Shane wants to get pay for my trade.
Yeah, I already used my trades, so I'm not gonna be a factor there.
Envy's used his. I can see the Falcons.
Yeah.
I think was used.
Yeah, my co-host is cutting out.
Too. No cap.
It's we're near the end of the show, people. The internet is failing us.
We were doing so damn good.
My man going robotic on us.
Damn it.
I think you're good now.
Good? Alright.
Yeah.
We
just gotta survive for like 6 more minutes.
That's how it always happens. I do so damn good, and it's like the last 2 parts of the show.
Okay, let's go rapid fire on these last few. Rapid fire. We'll give half-baked answers.
Alright, who's gonna stop this Jets offense? A meteor. Alright, next. Which team should be in the market for Clint Turner, and what is his trade value? I did say a second rounder.
Second and at, yeah, maybe a couple mid-round picks. I do think the Steelers would be a good fit there for him.
I'm trying to think.
Maybe the Raiders could
Washington.
make a move. Commanders,
Wash
yeah.
Washington. Yeah. Uh, Titans,
Maybe the
no. Bears
Rams.
got Bears. Rams, I did say that, but would the game start, Clint? I don't know.
I'd say those 4 teams would be my favorites to
And then last
make a
one,
move
out
for
of the
him.
CPU teams, who is the most dangerous to use the teams? It's the Colts.
I don't know, man. I feel like Adam Von Miller there. That's gonna give him some jump. I believe it. Colts are my sleeper. They could be a decent team this year. Baker was a superstar at Dev last. That's crazy. Yeah, I remember that. We looked at that and he's a superstar. Everyone was like, "What?" Is that the last question? We got more.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was it.
oh, that was it. Oh, okay. Well, this is a quick show. We're at hour 25. Thanks for stopping by to the people who did. I know we're gonna have a lot of VOD watchers since a few people couldn't make it. Look at Envy sticking around to the end. True fan.
We peaked at
I'm fine with that. That's a good peak.
11. From our notice, we were
We're hovering at like 6 and 7.
7 for the longest. 7 was 7. We were consistent. Yeah, we just hit 6. 7 was the number. I like this pod. I was surprised with this time frame, because I had an indoor game at 6. I told Shane how you about 1 Eastern. He's like, all right, we can try it. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a little bit shorter show. We said an hour to hour and a half. But now we get this out the way. Now I actually have a mailbag question, Shane. You
Oh,
wanna know what it is? It's for Hill. Are we getting a stream today? That's
yeah.
a real question.
Yeah, we get to ask
We
the
got
audience
we got the
something
pod
now.
out the way. So yeah, we get to ask y'all. Look at how the tides have turned. See, we can't have the excuse of, well, I don't want to, stream to the pod. Gets to hear the opinions of 2 idiotic college students. Yeah. Since we had a
Oh,
podcast done,
yeah.
then yes, we can have a stream later. So, thank you. Thank us. We subbed up. Actually, we've been subbed up. Y'all subbed up to us today. Nah, we can't have subs. I would say y'all guys view, I guess. Nah, we need a catchphrase.
I just appreciate the views.
Actually, I do. I appreciate the views. We had 69
we have
on the last
we have a
one.
healthy
Pick a day.
audience, and I'm satisfied with that.
No toxicity. We haven't hit it big yet, so that's how you know we're still good.
Where everything's just genuine still.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well,
let's end it off.
Yeah, we're gonna end it here. I'm looking forward to this season. I think it's gonna be a fun one. Hopefully the Lions don't crash and burn again with our 87 overall offense. That'd be tragic. I'm still trying to figure out how our offense is rated that high, but because I don't think we have any 90 overall players on our team.
I don't think y'all guys don't really have anyone over like 86. That's the funny thing.
I think our highest overall player is Frank Ragnow, and he's like an 88. But we'll worry about that at a later date. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your college football Saturday. I don't know if the games are still ass. I haven't looked in like an hour and a half.
OU's game is ass, but yeah.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, everyone.